Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and we have got so much to get our teeth into. There's just loads of bits doing the rounds, so we're going to speed through a lot of what's in this video because we just need to show it or just mention it. There are a couple of big things as well though, right? And we'll spend a little longer on those. This is one that I don't think has been in a video, but it's kind of been floating around. So Seth Rollins was asked about Becky Lynch's future. He said she's gearing up to get ready to come back. Don't know when that's going to happen just yet, but I mean, she is active, yes. I will not say that she's retired. There are future plans for her in professional wrestling. Now, obviously, she's been photographed as part of Raw going to Netflix. The belief was she was going to be on that Netflix premiere of Raw. Then word was she'd been replaced by The Undertaker. Then word was that she was actually filming, like either a film or a TV series. I know she's been doing stuff with Star Trek. So yeah, there's kind of lots going on in Becky's life. She's a mom and a wife as well. But it seems like we should be getting her back relatively soon. Okay, this is big, right? So J Omega, thank you, but this has really done the rounds. This has come from WrestleVotes. There is no more to this than this. So I wish there was more that we could bring in this video, but it says there's a major angle planned for Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, which will be tied to the Wyatt Sicks in some form or fashion. Now, it really doesn't give much away there because, of course, Alexa could be doing like a bit of a solo thing. It could be her and Liv, and then at WrestleMania, that could be when Alexa needs some backup, and boom, we get the Wyatt Sicks making their presence felt. So I can't say that this tells me that the Wyatt Sicks are going to be wrestling at WrestleMania. Equally, it could be that we do Liv, Alexa, and it leads to Judgment Day against the Wyatt Sicks. Maybe we do that at WrestleMania. That, I think, is kind of where a lot of Wyatt Sicks fans are when it comes to what the future holds. But we know there's been a lot of disruption here. We know that Bo Dallas has been injured. He's been out for a while. We have not seen the Wyatt Sicks in 2025. They've asked for patience, obviously. People are running out of patience because it's already been, I think, a couple of months since they asked for patience. My stance on it has not changed. I'm just waiting for the Wyatt Sicks to come back onto TV, get started with a new feud, and then that's it. We're back on, right? That's when we can get our teeth back into them as a group. Until I see them back, I'm just not really even thinking about them at the moment. Obviously, we're keeping an eye out for anything that gets tweeted out, any messages that get communicated, but we know stuff's gone wrong. We know that there's things that's happened behind the scenes in regards to injury and illness, so we just need to get them all back, fully fit, get the creative right, make sure it's juicy, because we don't want to bring them back for some at mid and get our teeth into that. So, yeah, no word on what it is, though, unfortunately. Can't sit here and tell you what the plans are or how it's going to map out or... That is literally all that has been reported, so hopefully more details to follow. Right, wrestling news, just reporting all the breakdown for all of Stephanie's places. You might have heard of this, you might not. It's a new show that Stephanie's got where she's going to go to different places to visit people and kind of talk to them. And we're not going to read all this. I'm just going to tell you with the episodes when they air who the topic is. So she meets up with CM Punk in the first episode. That'll be March 26th. It's going to be on ESPN Plus. So, I mean, that's going to be absolutely fascinating, right? Then she's got Cody on April 2nd, Rhea on April 9th, Stone Cold on April 16th, Charlotte Flair on April 23rd, Roman Reigns on April 30th, Pat on May 7th, Undertaker May 14th, Triple H May 21st, John Cena May 28th. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Some brilliant guests there. So, yeah, that's just something that is on the way. And she's going to be doing a podcast as well. No details on that at this stage. But Stephanie's Places, which I believe was based on another sports show of a similar name. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I definitely am going to want to check that out. Okay, here, Blake O2, shout out to you. So, wrestling's biggest fan, thank you, Blake O2. So, this coming from WrestleVotes, Netflix has given WWE full control over Raw's production. The reason for the censoring and the blackouts during Seth and Punk on Raw was WWE's decision. They thought it wouldn't fit the aesthetic. You know, the aesthetic, the feel, the vibe of a violent cage match. They felt like the middle finger just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. So there we go. Make of that whatever you will. So Blake O2, thank you. Dark Phoenix Tees, thank you. So Bianca Belair has apologized to Liv Morgan. I got to tell you, there's been a lot of back and forth between Rhea and Bianca, and it does come across as a bit just petty to me. Like, you've got Bianca saying, I was just out there cheering on for both of you, and you get upset with me, and Rhea's like, well, you could have been at the back, you didn't need to be out there, maybe you are a bad friend, and kind of, I don't know, like, it's lots of back and forth between them two. Nothing that's really adding anything to the conversation, though. This was interesting. I did like this. So Bianca was like, I've had enough of this for today. I'm going to go off, right? And Liv was like, wait, before you go, can I get my apology? Can I just get my apology? Because you did accuse me, didn't you, of attacking Jade? It wasn't me. And Bianca was like, I'm sorry, Liv. Damn. And Liv's like, wow, a woman that actually takes accountability. Thank you. Seems like you could learn a thing or two, Rhea Ripley. So Liv is not helping this situation, right? There is issues between Bianca and Rhea, and Liv is very much stirring that pot. So I did like this exchange. That did make me smile. So very good. Yeah, this is big news. So this dropped in 3 hours ago. It's coming from Billy Batty, Wrestling Informer. And honestly, I mean, I don't know how reliable this is, to be honest with you. But Happy Punch, you know, Happy Punch, isn't that to do with Keemstar? And it's all to do with Misfits and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, again, take it with a pinch of salt. If nothing comes of this, it won't be the most shocking thing in the world, right? But a massive combat sports event is reportedly being planned by TKO. The only thing I would say is we've already seen them using WWE's YouTube channel to promote bull riding. So it would not shock me if they wanted to promote their new boxing league, which just took the boxing world by storm, by putting that on the same show as UFC. That would not shock me. I could see them doing that because they own this new boxing league and they own UFC. And I kind of feel like they're pretty good bedfellows, actually. It's all combat. There's a lot of boxing and striking in UFC. Like, those two being together on the same sort of card, I can totally see that, right? WWE is also owned by TKO, and this is where I struggle because people that watch UFC, I don't think they're crazy about WWE, right? There's very limited crossover. I sort of feel like with WWE, there ain't too many adults that watch it and get into it. It's normally you get into it as a kid, and you're watching as a kid, or you then kind of watch it as a kid and stay with it, right? That's kind of what's happened to me. I got into it when I was a kid, and I've stayed with it because I, you know, love all the stories, love all the superstars. But if you don't watch it and you're an adult and you watch UFC, I don't know, man. I struggle with this. So this is going to be reportedly a mega event that's going to take place in Saudi Arabia this year or next year. It's going to have UFC, boxing, and WWE. And I think it was also mentioned, like, don't think it's going to be flipping, you know what I mean, Angel and Berto and people like that. This would be massive names. Your Randy Ortons, your Rey Mysterios, the kind of legends that these fans would stand a chance of knowing, right? And I'm guessing it would be like 2 matches, something like that. Then you'd probably get a couple of boxing fights on there, and then you'd get a couple of UFC fights. And I'm guessing it would be the cream of the crop, the cream of the crop, the cream of the crop, all for some mega card, which for me would be a dream because I watch UFC on a regular basis. I watch boxing on a regular basis, but we've not seen this yet because it hasn't started. So I actually don't know who's involved when it comes to the TKO boxing. It only got announced the other week. And of course, WWE. So for me, this would be awesome. But I don't know, it's really interesting. Would it work? It's worth trying, isn't it? I mean, I'm down for it. So yeah, that drop in not that long ago, drop in about 3 hours ago. that information. So very interesting. But again, coming from a source, it's not a Fightful, it's not a WrestleVotes, it's not coming from one of those sources. So take it with a pinch of salt, right? Right here, Natalya's brutally honest comments about Maxxine Dupri. I really like this. I can't tell if it's a work. So she's talking to Ariel Helwani, okay? And Natalya said, I've got so much respect for Maxxine. Sydney is her real name. So that makes it feel like she's being honest, which she could be using that as a trick, actually. Because she might have gone, well, her real name is Sydney. So now that I've told you that, you're going to believe what I'm about to tell you, right? She's very hardworking. On her days off, she's training. She goes to different schools. Blah, 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 blah. She's trying to grow. But for me, to be brutally honest, I do have to be careful about aligning myself with anyone. Because think about how many tag team partners I've had in the past. And that's also because I've been in WWE for so long. 2 decades. Of course, I'm going to have a lot of tag team partners. But I really want to be careful who I'm aligned with. I want them to have the same vision I do, which is greatness. It's really good because we've seen her talking to Maxxine and Maxxine trying to convince her backstage. So you're getting a glimpse as to what Natalya's hesitation is. She is very much thinking about how long have I got left? I want to be, remembered as a legend. This is now about my legacy because I might not have another 5 years or whatever. So whatever I do now, I've got to make the most of it. Do I really want to get into a tag team with Maxxine Dupri? It's really interesting. This is what I'm saying. Is this a work? Is this a shoot? Is it a bit of both? Is she saying this because we're going to build up this storyline and then they are going to get into a tag team? Or is she saying this because this is the genuine dilemma that she's got at the moment? Very good. Very interesting. And Undertaker said that Charlotte Flair is already the GOAT. She's got nothing left to prove. She's the GOAT. She's took her rightful place back at the top of the food chain. So there we go. Undertaker in no doubt whatsoever as to who the GOAT of the women's division is. Right, Zen, thank you. So here, look, SmackDown will be must-see. Cody Rhodes joins Miz TV. So Barcelona, Spain. That's where we're going to be on Friday. So that means that we're going to have a disrupted start time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up quite a few streams. I'm going to try and do that tonight so that you lot know when the watch-alongs starts. What I might do is I might even pin a comment in each of the streams to let you know when the show will start, right? So I'll put Eastern time and I'll put UK time. I'm sure you can work it out from those. But I might set up like the next couple of weeks worth. Because we are about to get a lot of disruption. So Friday, we're going to be in Barcelona and there's going to be disruption. That makes me wonder about if I need to do 2 streams, actually. Like one for when it airs live on Netflix and then one from when it's on USA Network. The only problem is when it's on USA Network, I'm going to need to find an illegal stream so that I can be in sync with commercials and everything. Ugh, that's going to be a nightmare. This thing's going to be a nightmare. But anyway, Cody's going to be on Miz TV with The Miz on Friday. As well as that, we've got DIY defending the tag team championships against the Street Profits. So, Ethan, thank you. And here as well, we've got Randy against Carmelo. Carmelo said a legend that he can't kill. So that's what Carmelo is. He's a legend that Randy can't kill. We'll see about that. Good luck with that. I just want to wish you all the best. Right here, Mayor Pete, shout out to you. So the jeans that he was wearing, Javon, on NXT Roadblock, which was an amazing show, the ones that were blooded by Ego, it was a nice touch. So these are the jeans he was wearing when he got murked by Ethan Page a few weeks back, and he was wearing them during the match. I did have people asking, like, what was the blood from? And it's old blood, because they're the same jeans. It's a good touch, that, isn't it? Really good. So, Mayor Pete, thank you. Yeah, let's play this. Look, the fan in the crowds managed to catch Booker's reaction as Stephanie was doing that. That's what Booker's doing. I don't know what the hand's about. Coachy Coach, shout out to you. I'm not sure why we've got this action. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what he's watching. Yeah. And he just... you make your own mind up. Right, Shawn Michaels.
I know you guys have done it so many times together. That was a beautiful moment. All right?
I'm really happy.
Thank you so much. That was so good. Thank you all so much. Because I thought it was a great blessing. So much. Beautiful.
Oh my god. Oh, great.
There we go. So just lovely behind the scenes footage there of Sean congratulating Julia and Stephanie after what was a fantastic match. There's Obafemi, Alabama Track and Field 2018 to 2022. So I don't know if these are images that have not been shared before, but there he is doing a shot put. So very cool. Larry, thank you. WWE Ethan, shout out to you. So NXT viewership went just above 700,000. I was going to try and try and remember what it was. 732. There we go. 732 is what it was. So yeah, I mean, I would say I know it was up from last week, but wasn't last week heavily disrupted because of the address to Congress, and then like there were certain areas that couldn't watch, so they had to catch up the next day. So I mean, last week's number was a bit of a rubbish number. It wasn't really like one that you can base anything on. So for this week to do a 732, I do think that is a shame. We did have the Hardy Boys. We did have an NXT Championship match. We did have an NXT Women's Championship match. We did have Stephanie versus Julia, which we've been waiting for a while. The Javon against Ethan Page street fight, you know, had been built up really well. There wasn't really much of a build for Roxanne Jordan, but it's Roxanne, you know, great talent. Ober Moose, there was TNA interest in there. So, and Madison Square Garden. So for it to be at like 732, which is kind of down on where it's been in 2025, is a surprise. And I got to say, a little disappointment, but no biggie, you know. Former NXT Women's Champion Julia has broken her silence. She said, I lost. It's frustrating, but she deserved the win. Congrats, my friends. I'm not done yet. I'm still burning with determination. Oh, man, I've got to tell you, I am enjoying Evolve. I know that it's not for everyone, and I know that some people checked it out week one, and they were like, it's not for me. But it was great to see so many people around still for the second week this week. And we were treated to a bit of star power, because we got Smiley Kylie Ray, who's huge on the indie scene, used to be in AEW for a while, of course. So it was great to see her. So she's made her Evolve debut. We got Oro Mensah from Metaphor. And used to be in NXT UK. We had Riley Osborne, who was in Chase U and was on NXT a fair bit. Wendy Chu, I don't know if I mentioned Wendy Chu, but we had Wendy Chu. Stevie Turner showed up at the start as well. So there was quite a few kind of like NXT talents and decent names around. I mean, look, no main roster stars, but never expected main roster stars here. But yeah, it was kind of good. I felt like it kept the fun vibes going from week one into week two, with maybe even a little increase in star power. And I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm looking forward to next week. Starting to learn a bit more about some of that Evolve roster, and they just entertain. That's what it's about, innit? So I'm really looking forward to championships coming in. I'm really looking forward to us doing hopefully some sort of tournament, and like, you know, the matches, rather than there just being matches to like show people off, matches that have actually got consequence, matches that actually have something riding on them, you know? So I am enjoying it. But yeah, Smiley Kylie Ray was on the show this week. Right, and just before we go, I'll leave the NXT folder. Julia lost the NXT Women's Championship to Stephanie. So a couple of things at play. One, there's a minor issue with her visa, right, that needs to be sorted. And two, there is also an injury, which is being listed internally as being undisclosed. Now, she just worked a match, so understandably, any injury she's got is nothing seemingly that serious. But from what I've read before or heard before, she is just carrying some knocks. She has just got a few kind of, you know, she needs just some recovery time. That's all it is, right? So I think she can step away, get a visa sorted, get like, you know, a bit of recovery time, and then hopefully come back even stronger. So don't think she's going to be out too long, but no time frame on that. Right, let's go fun. I think there's a fair bit in here, actually. Oh, God, there is. Oh, I wanted to show this because, right, this is just like a clip of botches. And they get more worse and worse as time goes by. So Larry, thank you. I got tagged in this a few times, actually. This seems to have really been doing the rounds. So Tribal Chief and Larry, shout out to you. It's a fun... That's great. That's a great one. The commentary table botch is a great one. But yeah, these kind of go up in levels of it getting worse and worse and worse. So there, commentary table. Oh yeah, and the ladder's all falling on this one. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Boom. And of course, I mean, maybe the greatest botch. Boop. Lovely. Do you know, there is actually... flop dollar. So there is actually like some sort of metal structure there. It never gets spoken about enough that when he falls, he misses that metal leg supporting the ring. He doesn't miss it by much, you know. This is Titus World Slide, so bop. And then through he goes, but it's only around about here, I believe. But yeah, look at this, flop dollar. I mean, this might have killed this man's WWE career, that moment there. I do like when he does it. He's like, yeah, killed it. Seemingly doing very well in TNA now, though, so wish him all the best. So Larry says, whoops. Right, DJ Jackie Boy, thank you. So, yeah, I got tagged in this loads the other day. I didn't realise, like, Triple H had commented on it, and that actually Tyrese Halliburton hit a game-winning 4-point play. How do you hit a 4-point play? I don't need to know. I know you can get 2 points, 3 points. I don't know how you get 4 points. But he did it. And Triple H was like, a buzzer beater, game over. Maybe it was the shoes. And the reason why he's saying that is because these were custom D-Generation X themed shoes. So I got tagged in this like, oh, he's wearing these. It doesn't say DX on there or anything. It's just the color scheme, really. But then he went and flipping, you know, hit this game-winning 4-point play. Triple H then commented... Maybe it was all the shoes. So there we go. Right, Steven, shout out to you. Big D Energy, right? But it's actually Big Dwayne. I don't know why, you know, that probably should have been in white as well, shouldn't it? Because it looks like it says Big D Energy, but it's actually Big Dwayne Energy, but you just can't see the Wayne. So, botch. The botch that, guys. The botch that, look. Perhaps they only had enough paint for the D, you know? Look at this, another risque Miss Elizabeth action figure prototype. So this apparently is legit. I couldn't tell because I was trying to follow it and I couldn't quite understand. Did someone make this as a figure, or was this a figure that was made and then one of the sculptors just got a little bit cheeky with it, right? Because you can see, look, she was wearing a dress, okay? But under the dress, look, they've put like stockings and suspenders and all this kind of stuff going on, all this lingerie, right? It's all a little bit, you know, not for kids, I would say. Yeah? And as well as that, they've popped her boobs out. Flipping popped her boobs out. Just like that. Just out. I mean, still seemingly supported underneath, you know? Still supported underneath. Which, it does beg the question, actually. Well, I've never thought about this. With bras, why does it have to cover the front when it's only the undercarriage that needs support, isn't it? If you think about it. Don't need the front to be supported unless when you lean forwards, the front does become the undercarriage, if you think about it. Actually, when you lean forwards, that's when it needs support. Just answered my own question. Guys, I am so good when it comes to women. I've literally just cracked that. And I didn't need any help whatsoever. Amazing. So, thank you. Thank you, LJN. Thank you, 1980s. See, this is why action figures are goated. CM Chunk, shout out to you. Right, look at this. Naomi has got a new profile picture. Oh, mate. Look at this. This rivalry is heating up, said Jeff. Look at this. So, Jade then changed hers. Look at this. Naomi said, when my neck is healed, I'm going to send your jacked, big, back, raggedy ass back to where you came from. AE dub. So, there we go. So, we've got a new profile picture battle going on. Taker 1990, shout out to you. So, these are new Cody shirts for the European tour. There is the Belgian one. There is the Italian one. It's nice. There is the Scotland one. That looks really good, actually, in the blue and the white. And that is the London one. It's okay. It's not my favourite. The Scotland one looks really good. And it's got the cross. Looks really good. That doesn't look too bad, to be honest. The skull in black looks kind of cool. Yeah. Honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. So, there we go. That's the London one. That's the one that I suppose I would have to purchase. Did they not do a Telford one? Next up, we've got Logan Paul, and he talks about backstage. I couldn't quite get a read here as to whether he was joking or not, but Logan on the backstage dynamics, he said at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of humans being together backstage. It's like school. You have your cliques. Some people you get along with, some people you don't. Some of the guys backstage, like Stu, the cameraman, Camera 6. Me and this guy, we just butt heads, bro. Effing Stu, bro. He assaulted me. He hit me. He hits me. Well, he hit me once. But I'm sure he'll do it again. And I'm collecting evidence, bro. But enough about my BS. Well, it's not BS. WWE is the greatest job ever. Please don't fire me. So I think he's probably joking there about Stu, the cameraman. It's probably a case that like they've actually got quite a good relationship, but I think he is serious when he talks about how there's like little cliques backstage and how there's people that you talk to and people you don't talk to, people that you get on with, people you don't get on with. You know, I could believe that. WWE have released a brand new Stone Cold.shirt to celebrate 316 Day, and it looks great, doesn't it? Look at that. Happy 316 Day. Coming up very soon, actually. So there we go. That was the fun folder. Let's go other. So Natalya, look, #1 in the bestseller list. I'm blown away by everyone's support. I can't put into words what it means to me. I'm so grateful. Amazing. Her new book, the pre-orders, really getting it to rise up in the bestseller rankings. BET had a list of the 15 greatest black wrestlers ever. Booker T came out on top. So 15 was Jazz, 14 Shelton Benjamin, 13 Naomi, 12 Jacqueline, 11 Big E, 10 Devon Dudley, 9 Bianca Belair, 8 Bobby Lashley. Ron Simmons for Root being at 7 seems a little low. Junkyard Dog, maybe a little low. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, yep. Main evented WrestleMania, of course. Mark Henry, Kofi Kingston. Do you know, I say it's a little low, but then I look at the ones ahead and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's hard, actually. Because I sort of feel like, ooh, she main evented WrestleMania. I mean, that's huge. Mark Henry, legend. Kofi, legend. The Rock, Booker T. Oh, it's hard. I did see some people going like, where's this person? Where's that person? I do think Bobo Brazil should have been mentioned. Love the fact Junkyard Dog got mentioned. Definitely deserved. But yeah, a lot of people saying, oh no, surely The Rock should be at #1, but doesn't really matter, does it? To be honest, it's BET that I don't really go to them for wrestling opinions. So I'm sure you can reorganize that list however you see fit. So there we go. That was the list anyway. Okay, TJRBND7885. So here, look, Daria has got a new Wrestling Stories Unwrapped. So that could be really good, like all the stories from behind the scenes and stuff like that. But it's going to be on Patreon. So that's a bit of a shame, but she's doing it the right way, you know? She's got all this interesting stories that she can share. Yeah, put it behind Patreon. I mean, it's going to get out anyway. As soon as it's been aired, it'll start doing the rounds. So, yeah, get paid. I don't begrudge it her. It's just if it was on YouTube, I would tune in, but I don't want to have to be paying to go onto Patreon to listen to it when it's probably all going to come out anyway, you know? It's probably the wrong attitude to have, but that's the attitude I have. Money is tight. So, there we go. Right, let's go over to community, shall we? So, World Hardcore Wrestling, shout out to you. I included this because obviously signed items, awesome. But oh my god, that Akeem one is amazing. I want it. Akeem, the African Dream. Look at it. So good. I loved Akeem. JDS, shout out to you. Today's my 22nd birthday. And I got this Sting documentary. It's over 7 hours long. Amazing. 7 hours well spent. I was just reading some of the matches there. Yeah, I hope you won't see this because you're probably watching that, but I hope you had a great birthday, buds. Capata getting a like from Dustin Rhodes. Lynette, Getting some cards. Look at this. We've got Carrion. We've got, I like that Scarlet. Looks really good. We've got Shotzi. And Rhea Ripley. An older looking Rhea Ripley. Or Rhea Ripley from like back in the day, you know. A younger looking Rhea Ripley, but it's an older image. That's what I meant. So there we go. So Lynette, shout out to you, says the whole set was originally, let's click this back in, there we go. It was originally just the Carrion rookie card, but I got the others as well, thanks to my husband as a birthday gift. So Lynette, shout out to you. World Hardcore Wrestling said, I was digging through my stuff and I found this old school Royal Rumble card game. Comes with playing cards and action cards. That's really cool. That's really cool. Look at that. If I had friends, I would probably pick that up as well, so... Jim, shout out to you, said I got my first wrestling figures since I was a kid. I blame you and your toy hunts. This is an awesome pack. Love the detail on Kevin's shirt. Yeah. KO Mania 6. Based on obviously that WrestleMania main event, WrestleMania 38. Him and Stone Cold's. Crazy. Raymond getting a like and a response from Kyrie saying, congrats my friends. And here's Muggsy. Muggsy just showing off. Here we go. They came in later than expected, but these are my birthday presents. So, oh, Penta shirt looks great. Oh my God. And then we've got Usos. And that has got to be Kane. So there we go. Brilliant. Looks really, really good. So, Muggsy, I hope you had a good birthday, buds. Right, I think that was everything. Quite a lot in there. I know... we managed to get through it quite quickly, but it was a little bit of like, hey, look at this. Oh, did you hear about this? Oh, look at that. So there we go. Right. Thank you to Muggsy, who tagged me in that Happy Punch mega card news. Jeff as well, tagging me in the Naomi back and forth with Jade. There was a Rhea and Bianca back and forth, but as I said, I didn't find it that interesting. But yeah, let's blast down the thanks folder. So the great one, thank you, my friends. WWE Ethan, Sam Sham Slam, Wrestle Knights, Fly Music, Bradley, Casper, King Yeet Newsletter, CM Chunk, Wrestling's Biggest Fan, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Raymond, Brandon, Claire Webb, Real Wrestling Fan, Big Bam, Babs the Barbarian, Las Vegas Mats, Kelly the Wise Lady, and King Yeet Newsletter. A big thank you for all the support. So there we go. That was today's Unseen. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with a member stream, with a Wrestling Escape Pod, and with another episode of Unseen. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.